Good morning, good morning, good morning, you beautiful people. Happy Saturday. Nobody be mad that it's not Friday. I think I'm going to have to change my day that I'm recording just because I know me and I know my schedule that's coming up because I work Monday through Friday, 7 to 3:30. And that's just not, that's just not going to work, you know? That's just not going to work. I just know myself and I know I'm not going to be able to get the oomph to want to record on Friday night unless there's something that's been on my heart, you know what I mean? And I don't, nothing's been that dire recently. So very likely Saturday is going to be our new day. So if you're mad, I'm sorry. I've been trying to do really good, but I just think Saturday might be just a little more ideal. I don't know if you can hear the washing machine, but the washing machine's on, so that's how you know that this is the time, you know? But happy Saturday. It is September 23rd. Our year is literally almost over. And what have you been doing? What have you been doing? Have you still been wasting away and suffering at that same miserable job that you've had all year? Are you still suffering and being silent in a very toxic, poor relationship that you've been in all year? Because now's the time. The year's almost over. Now's the time. You literally have October, November, December, 3 full months to get your shit together for the rest of 2023. It's time. But today's topic is going to be about work. And it's going to be just about jobs. And this is going to be kind of all encompassing. This isn't just about clocking in and out on your paycheck, yada, 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 whatever. But shout out to Kay. I think that's Kay in sign language from WERK. If you're watching this, shout out for making this topic this morning. But I was mentioning oh yeah, I don't know, I'm supposed to talk this week, but I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And they were like, why don't you talk about work ethic and stoners? And I was like, oh my God, I am well equipped to answer that kind of question. But also, I think I just want to talk about work in general, because I had this other half thought this morning about this literally at 3, 4 in the morning. And I literally shot awake and wrote it down on my little podcast idea note on my phone, because I was like, oh, I got to talk about this. This is going to be on my video today. But yeah, so I don't know. I just definitely am going to talk about work ethic and work and just jobs in general. And I'm going to get deeper into that jobs, what I mean later. But just first and foremost, my parents, I am from a mixed family, so my dad is an immigrant. He is from El Salvador. He is a U.S. citizen now, but he came to the United States from a different country. He was not born here. And my mom is born in New York. She is Puerto Rican and Sicilian. And then I'm Salvadorian. So even though I am white passing on my skin, I am brown through and through to the fullest, all the way through. Every which way you could spin it, I'm brown. And so I think that the way that I was raised and the work ethic that was instilled in me is quite a bit different than I would say everybody else. You know what I mean? I feel that because my dad was an immigrant and because I am full Hispanic and a woman, that there are a lot of different ways that I could have been raised and that I, that could have been, there are a lot of different pathways that my parents could have taken. And I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful for the path that they took, because look at me now, babies. I am a freaking catch. I'm the best. Thanks, mom and dad. Shout out to you. But just in general, I think that being a child of an immigrant parent made it so that my work ethic is going to be at an all-time high, because there is and was that fear of being sent back, quote unquote, sent back to where you came from and XYZ. And so it's like, if you do the best job, why are they going to fire you? You know, why are they going to be mad at you if you're doing the best? If you're putting the best output, why would they take that away? You know what I mean? If you keep your head down and you work hard and you do the job properly and well, ain't no one going to say nothing, you know? I mean, they might be a little bit haterish because this is America. But like, they can't say anything bad about your work to the point where like, hey, you need to look at them and get them out of here because they're not doing a good job. You know what I mean? So I feel like that was always kind of like ingrained and instilled in me. It's just that like, you always got to do your best. And not only do your best, but do the best. Then no one can ever say shit to you. And they don't. I mean, I get a lot of hate. But it's just because like I just am the best. I don't. And I'm also going to attribute that to my self-diagnosticism, you know, because I think that I got some little superpowers being autistic and everything like that. But I don't know how to explain it, but I'm the best all the time. Every single job that I do it well. I do it amazing. I do it the best. I take pride in my work. I've got passion for any job that I'm going to have. That's also gotten me in trouble, okay? It's also got me in trouble. Few of you know that. But just in general, like I work hard. And I expect the best out of everybody, you know? So when people are not performing the best or not even doing anything close to anything like a good job, I'm like, why? Don't you think it would just be easier to just do the job instead of like going so far out of your way to not do the job? You know what I mean? And I've met this in like every single division that I've worked for, you know, especially in the cannabis industry. I have several years of cannabis industry experience of just like, oh, but the next person does it. Oh, but the next person's got it. Oh, but this person's going to come soon and they'll do it. You know what I mean? Like I've been at this current, you know, industry job and like literally people have told me, you're doing too much. And I'm like, bro, I'm doing what's written down on the paper. Apparently, the requirements are too much. Not for me. Not for me. I'm crazy about it, but I just have really high work ethic, and that's why I have had so many jobs, because I just have high standards. And if I'm going to be spending more time here at this job than I am at home with people I actually want to be with, and actually want to surround myself with, then you're damn right I'm going to enjoy it. And you're damn right I'm going to surround myself with people who are going to be equally as invested. You know, people will sit around for a lot of different reasons. They got good benefits. There's pension. Oh, I'm about to get a promotion. You know, whatever. But like, if you're unhappy, if you're literally miserable, if shit sucks all the time, like why? Money is literally an energy exchange. So it's just like, do with that what you will. If that energy is bad, you're living in bad energy. Why? For what? For what? For what? But this thought that I had this morning was about girl jobs versus boy jobs. And this is kind of like work within the house that like people do. You know what I mean? So like I saw this video on TikTok the other day where the wife took the big trash can out to the side of the street because it was trash day or whatever, and the big truck was going to come. And he gets on the Ring camera and he's like, I'm so sorry, I forgot to take that out, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you know I'm not a boy, right? You know this isn't my job, right? And he's like, I know, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then the video ends up like where he gets her some treats and like, you did such a good job today, da, 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 da. And it kind of got me thinking like, this is another one of those things where my parents raised me to fucking live my life and like be able to take care of myself and enjoy my life and enjoy myself and not have to be reliant on literally anybody to be able to be happy and be successful and be clean and be good. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that video is like, oh, you know I'm not a boy, right? And, you know, and the wife is complaining and he's like, I'm so sorry. And it's like, okay, but like you produce the same trash. It's your trash. So like for me, that stuff never has been in my mind or been in the forefront of my head of like, I can't take out the trash because that's a boy job, or I can't go and clean up my dog's poop because that's a boy's job, or oh, I can't go and mow my grass or pick the weeds because that's a boy's job, and oh, I can't clean the kitchen because that's a woman's job. I can't do the laundry because that's a woman's job. Like, what the fuck? What? Who do the I'm sorry, but you wear those clothes, so why can't you clean those fucking clothes? You use those dishes, so why can't you clean those dishes? Bitch, what? I'm confused. You threw out that trash. You used all that fucking shit and threw it away. Why can't you take it out? Huh, girl? What's up? What's the problem? And it definitely like got me thinking, because my dad, being from El Salvador, wanted to raise us a different way. As Hispanic women growing up in society, he had different plans for us. He had way different plans for us. He had plans for us to have our husbands teach us how to drive and be completely reliant on them and their money and their finances, and be completely reliant on asking them to take us to the store or whatever, like, and just being domesticated, submissive housewives, because that's what he was used to. That's what he grew up with. And then, he gets with my mom, and it's like, my mom was like, nah. got me fucked up, sir. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen to my kids. And like, I grew up into this hybrid of a woman where I am a man. I am the man of the house, where I fucking can pay the bills and take out the trash and fix the fucking car and fix the house and be handy around the house. But I'm also a woman where I can cook very well, very yummy, tasty dishes. I can clean my ass off. This shit looks like fucking spick and span. Professional company did that shit. Fucking do the laundry. All of it's done in a day. I am both. I was raised to be both. And I see these videos, and it just like, I don't want to say it bothers me, but it makes me feel sad that like so many people have this mentality and this mindset of like, oh, well, that's a man's job, or oh, but that's a woman's job. I could never, because that's for women. I could never, because that's for men. Why don't we all just do it, and then everybody will be happier? You know what I mean? They say, oh, happy wife, happy life online and shit like that. But no, it's like happy spouse, happy house. It takes two to tango. You know what I mean? Like this is partnership 101, not like you're my new mom, you're my new maid, you're my new provider, you're my new, bank wallet. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know. It was a thought to me, just like work in general, just work and jobs. Like, people will take pride in what they want to take pride in, and then they're just gonna like ignore shit because they don't think it's important, or because somebody else is gonna do it, or whatever it may be. And like, especially at work, like, bro, if it's literally written on your description on the sheet of paper every single day for you to do this shit, don't go around telling your coworkers you're doing too much. You look like a fool. You look like a fool, bro. Just keep your mouth closed. If you're gonna be a lazy POS, like, be quiet. Say, thank you, Shannon, for doing that. That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear. You're doing too much. Baby, I'm doing the bare minimum. Literally what it's written down is like what basically needs to be done. You're just lazy and you're a loser. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, I don't know. There's no girl jobs and there's no boy jobs. There's everybody jobs. Like, if you were, say you're in a partnership and you're like, oh, I would never do that because that's my wife's job, or I would never do that because that's my husband's job, and then they pass away, then what? Then what are you gonna do? You need to do that job anyway. So it's just like, bro, our job is to take care of our life and our house and make our life better. That's our job. So do whatever it takes to do that. That's going to be laundry. if that's going to be cleaning your bathroom, if that's going to be vacuuming the floor, if that's going to be taking out the trash, if that's going to be changing the oil on your car, if that's going to be fucking mowing the grass. I don't know if I said that already. Maybe I did. I don't know. See, this is what happens. But yeah, I don't know. In one of the books that I read, and when I have people sign up to be coached, like, I'm going to have you read this book. It's The Four Agreements by Marcus Aurelius. I think it's the author. But I'm one of those that just says, do your best. Do your best. Be adamant with your word. Don't assume. And there's one more. Don't make assumptions. Do your best. Be adamant with your word. Shit, there's one more, but I can't remember it. There's a fourth agreement, but your girl's not got it right now. It's one of my favorite ones. It's one of the ones that I really need to work on. Yeah, but whatever. Yeah, just do your best all the time. Whatever your best looks like, because that's never going to be the same every single day, you know? Just do your best every day. That's all I got to talk about. If you have anything you want me to talk about, let me know. Saturday's probably going to be the new day. I'm really sorry. I love you.